This is TV6 News at 6.
Our top story tonight at 6, severe weather across many parts of the viewing area. This is a video here sent in from a viewer, Mike Haas, of a funnel cloud believed to be in Walcott. It's one of many video and pictures we have seen from throughout the area this afternoon and into the evening.
All over our area, our viewing area, we've had these storms. Here's video from Highway 61 headed north of Parkview. Strong winds, driving rain, some places seeing hail. Thanks for being with us at 6 tonight. Good evening. I'm Paula Sands.
And I'm Gary Bativier, and some of that hail, very large out there tonight. Let's get the latest on what the forecast is as round 2 heads our way. Chief Meteorologist Eric Maitland.
Yeah, that hail up to tennis ball size in at least one location around Galva, Illinois, and we've had some other reports and pictures on our Facebook page. Boy, if you want to see what large hail looks like, you'll find it there. Thanks to our viewers who sent those pictures in. Pictures that were taken safely. Here's a look at our map right now. In the red, this is a tornado watch that still goes until 10 p.m. and we're not out of it yet. We've got one active severe thunderstorm warning in the viewing area right now. I do want to show you a strong thunderstorm where the warning has just expired right before news time, but Southern Bureau County, a lot of heavy rain here, lightning, also some possibly large hail. That's moving through the southern part of the county within the next half an hour, and our only active severe thunderstorm warning goes till 6:30. That's for Johnson County. Again, some blinding rain. This is moving to the east. Will cover Interstate 80, and with that, some large hail as well. That will move into Cedar County as well. So as we go through the evening here, storms still possible right up until about midnight. Looks like we're looking at that second wave forming now with those hail and strong winds possible right on through about 9 to maybe 10 o'clock. Tornado threat is getting a little bit lower because we're going to be hitting sunset soon, and that threat won't last much beyond about 6 to 7 p.m. But we're still not out of the woods for that second wave of storms. So that'll get us through the evening. Could see some more strong storms, temperatures dropping through the 40s into the 50s. By the time we get into our Wednesday, we're not only talking about some rain, but also some snow with cooler temperatures. We had a record high today, only highs in the 40s tomorrow.
Eric was talking about some of those photos. Let's share some with you. This appears to be a funnel cloud. Several of these reported in from throughout Illinois and Iowa in our area. And if you see weather happen, as Eric mentioned, be safe out there. Look at this. This is the size of one of the hailstones in Galva, the size of an egg there. And there's one here. Really, look at that, Paula. Just filling the size of a hand.
Like a lumpy egg.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Those coming from Galva, and Jason Bates and company out there sending a lot in. When you can safely send us photos, do so to our KWQC Facebook page or email them to news@kwqc.com.
Let's check some breaking news right now. Police searching for 2 inmates who escaped from the Jackson County Jail in Maquoketa.
Schools and hospitals had to be placed on lockdown as a precaution here. Terrace Miles is there live with the very latest in Maquoketa. You talked with the Sheriff's Department at 5. What do you know for us now?
Gary, what we know so far right now, I'm actually in Maquoketa at the police department gathering more information on the 2 men who escaped from the jail. And right behind me, you can see where the 2 men actually escaped at this gate right here. But here's what we know so far. Just before 3 this afternoon, the Maquoketa Police Department says the 2 men, Jacob Joseph and Andrew Mark Combs, both from Jackson County, were both held on burglary, escaped from the jail through a gate while they were both outside working out. Schools, banks, and hospitals in the area were all on lockdown for less than 2 hours, while Maquoketa Police and Iowa State Patrol were out searching for the 2 men. Chief Deputy Steve Schrader says he does not believe these 2 men are dangerous, but they are actively searching the scene.
We did a search of the area. We had some reports and some sightings in different areas that we focused on in a primary location. Didn't have any luck finding the individuals, and then subsequently an hour or 2 later, hour and a half to 2 hours later, we had a stolen vehicle here from Maquoketa, and approximately 4 or 5 blocks from the law center, which is where the detention center is at. And so we're still actively searching for these 2 individuals.
Police tell us the stolen vehicle is a gray Ford Super Duty F-250. Police say, again, they are actively searching for the 2 missing men, and once more information comes available, we'll give that to you. Reporting live in Maquoketa, I'm Terrace Miles, KWQC, TV6 News.
Terrace, thank you. We've just now started looking into the criminal history of these 2 men. Andrew Combs was arrested back in January. He faces charges of conspiracy to commit first-degree burglary. He was one of 3 men arrested after a shooting and burglary at a Maquoketa mobile home park. Willie was also arrested on felony theft charges. As more information comes in on this, we will bring it to you tonight. Now, polls in Rock Island County close in about an hour. Democratic voters in East Moline are voting for mayor as well as candidates for city alderman in 2 wards. Democratic Silvis voters are also voting on mayor, clerk, and 2 alderman seats. Moline is the only nonpartisan race today. They are also voting on mayor. We will have coverage of the election coming up on our website and on air for you tonight at 10. Rock Island County voters at the polls. Voting laws in Iowa are now being debated at the state capitol.
Our Emma Hogue is here with this story now. This is the debate over a bill to decrease the number of early voting days. Emma?
And Paula, it would shorten early voting days by 11 days. While Republicans say the bill will help prevent voter fraud, Democrats argue it's a form of voter suppression.
These are things that are our rights. They're important to us.
Iowa voters could soon see major changes at the polls.
They're moving very quickly through the House right now.
Republican lawmakers are pushing for House Study Bill 93, also known as the Election Integrity Act.
I've kind of always felt like it needed to be done, but nobody ever seemed to do it.
Monday, lawmakers announced several additions to the voter ID bill, some of which include shortening early voting from 40 days to 29 and eliminating the option of voting straight party with a single mark on a ballot.
So a lot of times things happen at the last 20 days. So if you vote 40 days ahead, you might have wished you had not voted that way.
While Republicans say the bill will increase the integrity of the voting process, Democrats argue it's a form of suppression.
Why are we limiting voters' choices? Allow voters to cast the ballots that they want. If they want to vote a straight party ticket, allow them to vote a straight party ticket.
Meantime, Scott County Auditor Roxana Moritz fears the bill could sideline some voters.
It's really important for me that every single person have a right to cast a vote. And so I'm very concerned about the bill.
Now, the bill would also require all polls to close at 8 p.m. The new legislation also clarifies that voters can be challenged if they don't resemble the photo on their ID card.
All right, thanks, Emma. Now, the legislation was approved in a subcommittee and now heads on to a full committee.
An outside investigation has found no wrongdoing related to time cards in Moline city government. Last fall, the city council was made aware of possible time card issues and time theft. The council ordered an independent investigation and took steps to hire a forensic auditor if needed. The city attorney said today the independent investigation revealed no criminal wrongdoing or fraud occurred. However, the investigation reveals shortcomings in the timekeeping system and time tracking policies over the past decade. The city attorney said they have fixed the issues, but will not release any more details because it's now an internal personnel issue.
And so while this announcement comes a day after a Moline firefighter filed a lawsuit in federal court, Battalion Chief Todd Allen claims he was the subject of the timekeeping investigation.
Allen says that investigation was retaliation for a separate harassment claim he made. TV6 investigator Mark Stevens joins us now with the details on that tonight.
Gary, Paula, Todd Allen says in his lawsuit a formal complaint caused the city to investigate the timekeeping issue a year ago. His lawsuit says that investigation revealed problems with the city's fire department timekeeping system, but cleared him of any wrongdoing. Allen says after that decision, another firefighter continued to make false allegations about him stealing time from the city. Allen says several aldermen initiated that second investigation to influence the outcome of the current mayoral race. Allen is asking for punitive damages to be awarded to him.
All right, Mark, thank you. None of the parties Allen is suing have responded to the filing in court.
Developing news now to a story we brought you yesterday. Police have now filed charges against 40-year-old Untrill Overstreet. Overstreet says he was beaten by Davenport police last Friday when he ran away from officers during a traffic stop. Officers say they have launched an internal investigation, which is standard procedure in use of force cases. Police have now charged Overstreet with drug possession and delivery, assault of a police officer, and interference with official acts.
All right, still dealing with some severe thunderstorms. We'll go over the latest batch of warnings and what could have been a significant tornado just outside of the TV6 viewing area. Your first alert forecast is up next.
You're watching Gary Mativier and Paula Sands. This is KWQC TV6 News at 6.
Developing news with our severe weather coverage tonight. The National Weather Service is reporting a tornado touchdown in Illinois this afternoon.
This is a live look right now at LaSalle County, is northwest of Peoria. Early reports indicate a twister caused damage to some buildings in Ottawa. One of those said to be a nursing home.
Yeah, let's take this other photo that we have from WMBD's Facebook page right now, apparently showing what they are saying is the LaSalle County nursing home, or at least part of it. And from this photo, you can see some considerable damage out there. At this point, the Associated Press reporting that a woman answering the phone there says no serious injuries reported thus far, but of course, this story still developing tonight. The sounds of strong, heavy hail as we continue to cover this. This is from viewer Jeff Hatch in Galva. They saw that large hailstones, as Eric was talking about, some the size of tennis balls. If you have photos or videos, you can send them safely to us. Do that to our KWQC Facebook page or email us at news@kwqc.com.
And now, the Quad Cities' most reliable forecast with Chief Meteorologist Eric Maitland.
Yeah, so February going out like a lion right now. We still have a few thunderstorms across the area. Here's our radar. You can see in the red, that shading indicates where we still have a tornado watch till 10 o'clock. So we're not out of the woods yet. And you could tell that we had a lot of hail across the area. Boy, when it covers the ground and turns the ground white, you know you're dealing with some strong storms, and those hailing thunderstorms are indications of strong updrafts, which in turn can lead to tornadoes. Thankfully, the strongest tornadoes were not in our area. We were dealing with mainly funnel clouds, might have had a touchdown in Clinton County. But let's take a look at the current situation north of Interstate 80. We do have a few thunderstorms running across the area. Nothing too strong. I do want to point out this one here, just within the Metro Loop now, along Interstate 280, where it becomes 80 from about Milan over to Cole Valley. That thunderstorm producing some heavy rain, some lightning, and you see that we do have a warning box. This warning here is one of two, actually. The further east one, that is for Cedar, Johnson, and Muscatine County until 6:45. There's the area of heavy rain that is moving right along Interstate 80. Northern Muscatine County probably just going to get edged by that one, but also another warning, just a slight bit of a warning left over till 6:30 for Johnson County. Their hail is the potential, and possibly some large hail. We look south of Interstate 80, and we will look farther south in a moment. Just some rain showers going through, nothing too strong until we get to Bureau County. This severe thunderstorm warning goes until 6:30, and you can see it includes portions of Putnam County. A lot of hail here. This is southeast part of the county, southeast of Princeton, still even the northern part of the county dealing with a thunderstorm, some heavy rain, but the most dangerous part right here where we see the hail. Remember, hail forms right near the updraft or right under the updraft or near the updraft enough that you could be concerned about at least funnel clouds, maybe some tornadic activity. There's a tornado warning, a couple still in effect off to the east of the TV6 viewing area, southern LaSalle County. Again, this was the line of storms that got stronger just as it got out of our area, where they, as you could see on the pictures that we showed from the TV station to our east website or Facebook page, dealing with some very strong tornadoes. Are we out of the woods yet? Not necessarily. Have a little bit to the west of the Quad Cities, but we'll take a peek into Missouri in just a moment. There are some more storms forming there. That will be another round that goes through this evening. 61 to the Quad Cities, 50s to the north, still nearly 70 to the south, and 30s to our north and west. This cold air follows our storms tonight, gives us some snow for the day tomorrow. Timing it all out. Exact track, getting rid of the storms, well, now, but that's not quite the case. Reality would give us that next shot of thunderstorms, as you see there, coming through during the evening. But after midnight, things should really calm down. And this next wave might not be as strong because now we're past the sunset, so a little bit less energy for the atmosphere to work with. Look at the snow into tomorrow afternoon. We're split between rain south, snow north, and that snow north of Highway 30 up to Highway 20 could accumulate to the tune of about 1 inch or so. 40 tonight. After the evening thunderstorms, some leftover rain during the overnight hours. 42, that's all we're going to manage for a high tomorrow. Occasional rain and again some snow, especially north of Highway 30. A windy day, northwest gust to about 30. And as we get into Thursday, guess what? Another little broken up Alberta Clipper system comes by, deposits some more snow north of Interstate 80. Might see some minor accumulations from that. But as we go into Friday and the weekend, temperatures warm up. So from 40s through Friday to 58 Saturday, sunshine, storms come back, or at least showers come back Sunday into Monday. We go from 60s to 50s and 40s with a windy day that could bring a rain-snow mix later in the day on Tuesday.
All right, Eric, we have to show you a couple more pretty amazing pictures. There's a hailstone the size of an egg. How big can a hailstone get? There's one right there. And then we have one out of Knox County where the hail fell so heavy it crushed the sunroof of this car. And we're coming right back with more. President Trump will address Congress for the first time in just a couple hours tonight.
KWQC's Samantha Jo Roth sat down with Senator Joni Ernst about what she expects him to touch on tonight and how his primetime speech will go over with Americans.
Senator, there's a lot of anticipation for this speech tonight to a joint session of Congress. What are you hoping to hear from the president?
I am hoping to hear a plan on national defense. We need a solid plan, one that will address our threats, our adversaries out there, but one that also includes our global partners. So I hope that he delves into that and provides us with a strategy moving forward.
What do you think your constituents are hoping to hear from the president tonight?
Well, one, again, I think national security will be very important to Iowans. They are always interested in making sure that our homeland is protected. Number two, I hope that he will state more about the economy and how we really get more jobs in the United States. So as I'm out doing my county tours, that's one thing that I have been hearing from constituents is how are we going to protect American jobs and how can we make sure that they are there for us in the future?
So I think a lot of focus of this speech tonight is going to be the budget. Do you think that the president is going to be able to sell Congress on this budget that he's going to put forth?
Well, I think he will have a difficult time in some areas. He has proposed a little more military spending, not as much as some members would like to see, and maybe more than others want to see. So he has a difficult job balancing the needs of the nation, but still making sure that we are secure.
Well, thank you so much, Senator, for joining us tonight. Sending it back to you.
And we will carry the President Trump's speech live at 8 o'clock tonight. Be mindful that if we have severe weather in the area, we will cut in over the speech. Tomorrow on Quad Cities Today, Senator Chuck Grassley will join us live with his reactions to the President's speech to Congress. And next in sports, a busy day of girls' state basketball in Des Moines. See if the Assumption Knights are marching on to the semifinals.
You're watching Sports with Joey Danya.
On day 2 of girls state basketball in Des Moines, a pair of MAC powers hit the hardwood at Wells Fargo Arena. Assumption taking on Center Point Urbana in the 3A quarterfinals. First quarter, here come the Knights. It's Bailey Brown from downtown, 3 of her 9. Later, Knights getting it done down low. Grace Jacobson cleaning things up to tie it up at 11. 10 points for Jacobson in this one. Assumption trailed by 18 late in the third, and then the Knights come roaring back. Senior Jasmine Harris trying to keep her season alive. Later in the fourth, Molly Gervas draining the 3 to get the Knights within 7. Assumption not done. It's Harris, a 3 of her own. Assumption within 5. Harris had 24, but it wasn't enough. Olivia Brecht sealing the deal for Center Point Urbana. A great season comes to an end for Assumption, 56-50, the final score.
I think our future is looking really bright. You know, we were talking to the juniors about this should make you hungry. This should make you hungry for some more. So we've got a lot of talent coming back next year, and we've got girls that are really committed to getting better and getting back here.
But I think tonight and today during this game, you know, we let people know who we were and what we are and what's coming back next season. So
I love being a part of this team. And even though it didn't come our way out at the end, then I'm happy with how we played this season and what we accomplished.
Well, later tonight at the Well, the North Scott Lady Lancers will take on top-ranked Nevada in 4A quarterfinal action. Tip-off set for 6:45. We'll have highlights and reaction tonight at 10. Days in Minnesota may be numbered for all day. The Minnesota Vikings will not exercise their 2017 option for running back Adrian Peterson. That will make the 7-time Pro Bowler an unrestricted free agent on March 9th. Keeping Peterson's contract would have meant an $18 million hit to Minnesota's salary cap. Peterson will explore other opportunities, but a return to the Vikings is still possible. That's it for sports. Here's Eric with a final check on the forecast.
All right, severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for a few moments till 6:30 for Bureau County. That would be extreme eastern Bureau County. Got a thunder shower right around the metro, now moving into northern Henry County. Another warning here till 6:45 for Cedar County. Some hail with this one. This will move east into portions of western Clinton and Scott County. Guess what? Not quite done. Look, more storms forming to our south. These are ahead of the cold front and right along the cold front. These will probably hit areas south and east of the metro quad cities, but these will keep us with some active thunderstorms across the area right up until about 8 to 10 o'clock. And our tornado watch, which is here in red, that goes till 10 o'clock as well. We'll keep you updated through the evening.
All right, well, we have hellos tonight from Cub Scout Pack 250 at their Blue and Gold Banquet.
Blame me for their yelling. We'll see you back here at 10.
Good night.